in the quiet town of St. Louis, Saskatchewan, where the prairie winds hum through fields of wheat and silence stretches far between farmhouses. There exists a mystery that has endured for generations. Along a now abandoned stretch of railway just south of the town, locals speak in hushed tones about a light, a strange, glowing orb that moves along the old tracks at night. To those who have seen it, the sight is unmistakable. It resembles the headlamp of a steam train from a bygone era, gliding steadily down a track that has not carried a train for decades. The legend began sometime in the mid-20th century, but the story that feeds it stretches back even further, in the 1920s, according to local lore. A railway conductor was involved in a tragic accident near that very stretch of track. Some say he slipped while trying to fix a coupling between cars and fell beneath the moving wheels, losing his head in the process. Others claim he was struck by a train while inspecting the line at night. His lantern, the only thing left behind. His name has been lost to time, but his story lingers in the fields, told and retold across generations. Those who have witnessed the phenomenon describe the light as eerily intelligent. It is said to appear most often on warm summer nights, beginning as a distant glimmer at the horizon, then growing brighter as if a train were bearing down on the observer. But when approached, the light vanishes. There is no sound, no vibration. Only the faint scent of ozone in the air and the feeling that something unseen has just passed by. Some claim to have seen a second, smaller light moving behind or beside the first, as though someone were walking beside the phantom train, lantern in hand. Skeptics have tried to offer explanations. In the 2000s, 2 high school students from the area famously investigated the mystery as part of a science project. They concluded that distant car headlights, refracted by atmospheric conditions and the unique layout of the land, were the likely cause. Their project won awards and drew attention across Canada. Yet, despite this rational explanation, the sightings have continued, and the unease around the tracks has never quite disappeared. Elder residents of St. Louis recall nights in their youth when they would gather near the tracks, daring each other to stay until the light appeared. Some remember standing still as the glowing orb approached, only for it to split in two and dart off in separate directions. Others remember it hovering silently, almost inquisitively, before blinking out, as if it had never been there. It is not headlights, one farmer told a local journalist in the 1980s. "I know what cars look like. That thing, it is something else." For a brief time in the 1990s, paranormal researchers visited the site, setting up cameras and electromagnetic detectors. Some claimed to record faint electrical fluctuations as the light passed by. Others captured video footage that showed a glowing object moving without a clear source or pattern. No definitive evidence emerged, but the attention only fueled the legend further. In 2001, Canada Post honored the story by featuring the St. Louis ghost train on a stamp, cementing its place in Canadian folklore. The phenomenon has also entered the realm of tourism. Travelers passing through St. Louis sometimes stop at the old railbed at night, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious light. Local guides caution them to be respectful, not just of the townspeople, but of whatever it is that haunts those tracks. Some tourists leave disappointed, having seen nothing. Others report fleeting glimpses of movement, or lights darting just out of view. Among First Nations communities in the region, there are other interpretations. Some elders speak of spirit trails, invisible pathways through the land, where past tragedies leave an imprint. The train, in this view, is not just a ghost, but a memory encoded into the land itself. Just as animals sense storms before they arrive, perhaps the land remembers trauma in a way science has yet to understand. Whatever the explanation may be, the legend of the St. Louis ghost train remains one of Canada's most enduring supernatural tales. It lives in the quiet moments between nightfall and dawn, in the eyes of those who say they have seen something no camera can truly capture. The abandoned tracks are slowly being reclaimed by grass and time, but the light still comes, sometimes. It arrives without warning, drifts silently across the darkness, and disappears, leaving nothing behind but questions. So, whether one believes it is a spirit, a trick of light, or a time loop playing the same moment over and over, the ghost train of St. Louis remains a mystery, and in that mystery lies its power, a story that refuses to fade, as persistent as the prairie wind. And so, the ghostly light of St. Louis continues to drift across the prairie night, defying explanation and capturing the imagination of all who see it. Whether it is a trapped spirit, a trick of time, or something science has yet to understand, One thing is certain, the legend lives on. Stories like this remind us that even in the wide-open spaces of Saskatchewan, mystery is never far away. If you enjoyed this eerie tale from Canada's heartland, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to West is Best, where we uncover the strangest stories and forgotten folklore of Western Canada. Hit the bell so you never miss an episode, because out here, even the tracks that go nowhere may still lead to the unknown.